The story is really long, so I'm going to just read like a bit from the middle that I really like. The story is called Can't Help It If I'm Lucky, and it's about like a hype house with people who make like internet content. 2 months into living at that house, after day in and day out abuse from Perk and Cole, I got a call from my stepsister that ended up being the most important phone call of my life. I hadn't talked to my sister in a really long time, and she wasn't really anything for me growing up, so I was a little surprised to get the call. She was living in Idaho with her husband, someone she described as the love of her life. Everything was picturesque, apparently, until he started drinking a lot and taking pills and shit. They had taken out a mortgage, and they had plans to start a family. They bought all of the shit for it and tried to get pregnant. It turns out my sister was completely infertile, which is kind of a good thing because we don't want any of my stepdad's DNA passing along. They tried to adopt, but it was taking too long, and then he got laid off from his job and they had to put it off. He never recovered from getting laid off, never got back to anything. He was completely unwilling to do anything else. He got complacent and wouldn't do any work that he saw as beneath him. He started drinking heavily, like 12 or 13 beers a day, and then every night he was going out and getting loaded at bars, getting into fights and fucking other women. My sister was contemplating leaving him, but was trying not to because she wasn't sure what he would do, if he'd kill her or kill himself or something. She should have just left, but I understand why she didn't. She had no one to rely on after all. Then one night, he got killed. Unceremoniously. He was literally shot to death. Some guy just shot him in the gut and that was it. It was sad, but he was basically asking for it. You can't get aggressive and angry at people and not expect some violence back. Regardless of whose fault it was, my sister was devastated. She didn't have anyone out there. She met him on a forum when she was still living with our family in South Dakota. So she had been with him for like 9 years or something, and she never really made any friends. And then he was just dead. She was in some kind of shock for like a month and didn't go outside basically that entire time. I guess she was just getting DoorDash. The trial was a few months away, but they didn't need her because she wasn't anywhere nearby when it happened. They were going to convict the guy either way, it wasn't a question. It's really easy for prosecutors to win in this country, in this county, because there's actual rule of law here, unlike in LA, where it's all about snitching and crooked prosecutors. Seriously, watching a bunch of 1090 Jake videos totally black-pilled me about most of the justice system. But anyways, my sister, she felt completely stranded. She couldn't handle being alone anymore, and she needed to move somewhere while she got a bit better. Thank you.